Zach Anderson looks like a typical college student, but you won't find him skateboarding in his neighborhood or on a computer connecting with his friends or even using a smartphone. Why? Zach is a convicted sex offender.
How hard is it? When I see the actual phrase, like convicted sex offender, can you believe it?
I really just don't think about it. Like when people say it, it's like, I just bypass it.
So what happened to get Zach into this mess?
The young man from Elkhart, Indiana went looking for love online, logging into the popular dating app Hot or Not. Zach connected with a girl from just over the state line in nearby Michigan. They met up and had consensual sex. She told him she was 17. Truth be told, she was just 14 years old.
When did you find out that she was only 14?
I found out like 2 weeks after. Just all of a sudden she just, was like, hey, we're in a lot of trouble. The police are looking for you. And I was like, what do you mean? What's going on? And then she told me that she was 14.
Zach was charged and pled guilty to criminal sexual misconduct. He was sentenced to 90 days in jail, 5 years probation, and ordered to register as a sex offender in both Indiana and Michigan.
I won't forget him looking at us when they led him away, because he turned his head and it's like his eyes and his face were screaming, help. And you can't, as a parent, there's nothing you can do.
Even the young girl and her mother were in disbelief. Court transcripts obtained by Crime Watch Daily indicate the victims appealed to the judge on Zach's behalf. The victim, what do I say? I feel nothing should happen to Zach. Even her mother asked for leniency. The victim's mother, I don't want him to be a sex offender because he really is not, and I know there's an age difference, and I realize she was inappropriate that night. But the judge came down harshly, saying, you went online, to use a fisherman's expression, trolling for women, to meet and have sex with. That seems to be a part of our culture now.
Meet, hook up, have sex, sayonara. Totally inappropriate behavior. There is no excuse for this whatsoever.
It's like my whole life was just stripped away right there.
The terms of Zach's probation are super strict. He can't be alone with anyone under 18 other than a sibling, which means he must stay away from locations where children or teens may be.
He can't go to a restaurant that serves alcohol, period. Absolutely zero alcohol. He wanted to get a cat. My wife took him to the Humane Society. They denied his application because he was a sex offender.
For a cat?
Yes.
He's wanted a cat his whole life.
It's those kind of things that people don't realize is of what, my kid's not gonna hurt a cat.
Was justice actually served here? Retired Michigan Cert Judge William Buell, who has presided over dozens of sex offender cases, thinks not.
I think it's ridiculous to take normal teenage behavior and make it a felony.
And now, in a stunning development, a judge just ordered Zach removed from Indiana's registry. 2 months ago, he was taken off Michigan's list. It took nearly a year, but the fight continues as they push to relax what they call the overbearing rules of his probation. Zach says his is a cautionary tale for anyone looking for love online.
And your advice for anyone else?
I would say definitely spend more time talking to them in person than you do online or by messaging.